All right, if you are catching us live, we are live on Transparency and Merit, YouTube. Oh, we're not live on, are we live on Transparency and Merit? I thought we were, yeah.
We are.
Yeah, we're live on Transparency and Merit, Inflammatory Talk, and our X channels, Inflammatory Talk, and Mr. Midnight Movie, as well as Transparency and Merit.
That's
Joey,
right. Grab a seat and enjoy the show.
Joey, do you have the song that I sent you that we can just start this show off with for about 3 minutes, and then we'll go into other directions here?
Yeah, I do. I'm going to play it.
All right.
The screen won't show our fights. Truth hidden in plain sight. Voices silenced in the night. Ooh, ooh. We rise, we claim our rights. They say it's misinformation. Label it with no hesitation. We seek no validation. We march in new formation. Revolutions in our hearts. No more lies from their charts. Our shakes anything us. We ignite the freedom sparks.
The sound is really awful, Joey.
It's awful.
Let's cut it short and let's start bloviating.
That is awful.
Joey,
all right. Anyways, I won't.
Well, I just wanted to add a little bit of snooky pops. But Joey,
yes,
the revolution will not be televised, and
right.
The internet will censor it. And, you know, the internet was a place for the common man to, you know, plug his microphone and his camera, you know, plug it in and send it out to the masses.
Yeah.
And the,
you know, we gave a few inches and they took a foot. Now they won't stop following us. It's great.
Who's that?
Well, you know, it's gotten to a point where we've given them so much data. They know more than we know. They can predict in many cases, pretty much predict what it is we will want. Our advertising is so precise and incredibly informed. And we basically just gave them all the data.
Well, Joey, my point is this. My main point is that the average stiff, the average Joe, the average Jane,
yes,
can now basically speak their piece. You know, once social media came out, we were able to talk to each other and we were able to give our opinions. And somewhere along the line, there were people that said the populace cannot handle certain opinions, that these opinions have to be censored,
right.
And they have to be we have to fool with the algorithms, and we have to fool with what is out there. So we started to do things like shadow ban and other just really sneaky.
But the way they are able to do that is because of the data sets they have. They can tailor it to, you know, for the internet to be a place that frustrates you, but for many of those Mary, Jane, and Toms, you know, maybe they have a different experience. I'm not sure. It seems very specifically tailored at this point.
I am again. I've been just an observer on the culture war. Sometimes I try to get involved, but the thing is, I'm a small potato, and look, I want to be, I want to be in the establishment's craw. I want to be a thorn in their side, but certainly right now. I'm not even a splinter in the side of the establishment, but I'm seeing people that who try to tell certain different narratives, and they get pushed out. And the thing of it is, they don't have community notes and give their opinion or give their rebuttal. They just completely ignore them. Joey, there was a time when YouTube, when they used to, if somebody did a show, they used to put rebuttals right on there. If somebody had a commentator, made a commentary, the first thing that would be up there would be rebuttals. That's not there anymore. We can't talk back to the if somebody is with the establishment, that's what they want you to listen to, and they don't want other voices who are differing from the lecturing class.
This has happened in every social media that's been thrown our way. Slowly the conversation just goes one way or silent. Yeah. And now it's pretty awful to go into to read an article or listen to a podcast and not be able to give commentary. That's one of the most, I won't participate in that. That's nonsense.
Yeah. Well, really, the establishment doesn't like it when you talk back to them or when you criticize them. And if you can't handle, to me, what good are you if you cannot handle being criticized?
It's turned into a haunt. It's turned the whole thing's turned into a giant haunt.
You know what? To me, if you can't handle being criticized, your views are doo-doo. If you can't handle being talked back to, your views are caca. They're stupid. Why do I want to listen to you if you can't handle being criticized? And that's really what they say. They believe that their views are gospel. And
not only, and to further frustrate the people like you or the discerning minds out there, what they do is they just push it they go even harder. They double down, triple down on these ideas and make you feel even more insignificant when they do know how powerful you are. So it's pretty interesting.
Now, I have an idea on how to resist. Joey, how do you resist these people? What is the best way of resistance to these?
My personal opinion is to end the war, and that starts within each individual. So to go at it in a way that's where you're coming. My personal view is maybe at odds with probably the mainstream. Most people want to take a side. And my opinion is you don't need to take a side. You need to observe first and really step back. But if you're, in my view, if you're on one or the other side that they are giving us, you're just signing up to make that machine even stronger.
Well, I mean, there are times, I guess, when you have to take a side, but the way you deal with it isn't even talking to, like, a lot of
When
people.
you have to take a side, wait, that sounds even scarier. When do you have to take a side?
Well, when you're up against it, sometimes you have to take. I mean, like, it's not always, but there are times when, for your own survival, you have to have alliances. If
I
people
don't
are
know.
out to get you and out to harm you, you have to build alliances and you have to build.
Well, that's an opinion based in the theory of war. So, but I understand it, and um, I can't argue it out in terms of like I mean I don't think you're wrong. I just see things differently, and that's okay. That's perfect. That's going to make this all go round
Well,
in the end.
my question is, Joey, isn't conquest part of nature?
No,
It's not part of what they would call.
prove where that is in conquest is where lions go and try to conquer a nation, or these are all ideas. These are all conquest is based in ideas, just the word itself. I'd like to study it
Animal,
a little.
when an animal is eating another animal, it's conquering it.
I mean, that's just survival.
It's also conquest.
They're not like there's very like a squirrel saves nuts for the winter. They're not looking at a clock or a watch or trying to dominate the acorn industry. They're just trying to get theirs.
They're trying to survive, but conquest is about survival.
But that's self-governance, isn't it?
Again,
If you're doing it in the name if you're doing it in the name of a business or company, a corporation, or uh, or government, then that's outside of nature.
oh, sorry, I put on something by accident, but I just wanted to say that self-governance. But there are people that will try to take away your self-governance. There are people that will try to enslave you for their own benefit. And I I've come to this conclusion, and no one has brought forth a better argument. But I believe that conquest is part of nature, and resistance to conquest is also part of nature. And I mean, again, to build a more just and moral society, we have the technology where we can make ourselves much more like we can film each other and have debates and discussions, and we have the technology. We can bring at least some understanding. At this point in time, we do not have a shared reality on things. And never before in my lifetime, when we have the technology to have a shared reality, we don't have that. And that, for me, is problematic, Joey. Um, I believe that good ideas will rise to the top and bad ideas will flow to the bottom. But when the establishment promotes ideas and basically kicks ideas to the bottom, and nobody voted on this, this was all done through we have the money and we have the power to enact our will above you. And this is really the egocentric elites that think they know what is best for everyone. And there are times when this kind of thinking has bit themselves in the butt because they are a reckless group.
Yeah, they're
And
pushing hard.
and in my opinion, we can get to a more clear, on average society in a more decent society. But we are very divided as a country and perhaps even as a world right now because of the level of censorship. And one group is pushing one thing, and they are basically they've weaponized defense, and we're fighting against it. And I am resisting being conquered. That is my belief. I am resisting certain establishment beliefs that go against the grain, but they shouldn't, because what I'm saying to me makes perfect sense. And like I said, if I could be a in the craw of the establishment, if I can be a thorn in the side, I would gladly do so. And I have ideas for that. My main idea is doing it through boycott. Give them the Bud Light treatment. And they'll either come around or they'll lose at least some of their power. I think we should Bud Light the ADL and the SPLC. Anyone, you can strategically go after their corporate sponsors. That would be my ideal, what I'd like to see done. Joey, do you have anything to add to what I just said?
I think we could probably take a look at a few key ideas, like maybe get into the Visigoths and also understanding what truly is a sojourner. And I do like the idea, and as a sojourner, you start to realize and crave less of the treasures of this world, and look for more importance and value. So there's a lot of things to get into here. There's so many roads and so many ways to skin a cat, as they say. But yeah, let's look into these ideas. I think. Did you want to keep going, or were you?
You know what? I'm contemplating things,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm just, like I said, my main point is to look for people who, to a degree, believe in the same. I mean, me and you both believe in freedom of speech, and I think we both believe that human beings can decipher good and bad information, and we don't need a middleman, these woke nonprofits, to tell us what we can and can't think. We can decipher good and bad information. Anything to add, Joey, before we call this show a day?
Well, the idea of a middleman comes into play for a lot of areas. So, and in most of those areas of life, it is repugnant and a horrible conception. I don't mess with middlemen if I don't need to. Yeah, I think we're good, dude. Welcome in. Thank you for joining us, by the way. If you haven't been here before, if you're new, if you're returning, etc., twerk that like button.
Twerk that like. This song is called A Terrible Thing. I'm going to play it. Play us out.
Okay.
Like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below.
No fortune in his name. Life's a tough and ruthless game. It is hard, it's a hiding flame. Still a human till the end. No fame, no fortune in his name.
Thank you for listening.
Life's a tough and ruthless game. It is hard, a tiny flame. Still a human till the end.
Thank you for listening. Like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. Maybe even share it.